name is Kim, and today we're going to talk about squirrels. Welcome to McHenry County Conservation District's Wonders of the Wild. A squirrel is a rodent, which means it has continuously growing front teeth. And those two front teeth need to be used often to gnaw on things so that they will not grow too long. They're also often orange in color. It means as well that the squirrel is related to mice and all the way up to beavers as well. Now this particular squirrel is a gray squirrel. It's our most common squirrel, probably the most common squirrel in North America. The gray squirrel is usually gray in color around the back, but then with a white belly and sometimes white markings behind the ears. But the gray squirrel can also come in other colors. So a black squirrel is actually just a color phase of the species that is called gray squirrel. Gray squirrels eat mostly nuts and seeds, although they will go after bird eggs and nestlings and other things that they may be able to get. And during the fall, they're particularly interested in nuts, acorns, hickory nuts, walnuts, so that they can gather them and cache them or hide them away so that they have food throughout the winter. Gray squirrels will have many nests. They make a nest in top of the trees with primarily leaves and a few sticks and lined with grass that actually ends up being fairly waterproof and strong, but that's their preferred shelter for warm months. In the winter and during nesting season, they prefer to use tree cavities, often old woodpecker holes or other hollows inside of the trees. Squirrels nest twice in a year around here, so it can be as early as February or March that the first litter will be born, and then there will be another litter in the later part of the summer, July and August. Usually it's 2 to 4, maybe even 5 young, and they'll be ready to leave their parents within 60 days or so, although the later summer birth squirrels will sometimes stay through the winter with their parents. Another squirrel that we have that is very similar to the gray squirrel is the fox squirrel. But you'll notice that there's far more of a reddish-orange color to it, and it actually is bigger than the gray squirrel. In fact, it's the biggest arboreal squirrel in North America, which means that it's the biggest squirrel that lives in trees. Having said that, you're going to see the fox squirrel on the ground more often than you see the gray squirrel. It's not doing quite the acrobatics of jumping from tree branch to tree branch, and it's more often going to run away on the ground rather than climb a tree. Other similarities to the squirrels are, of course, their tails. The tail is used for balance. It's used for a windscreen, a sunscreen. It's used as a parachute if they're jumping and falling. So the big bushy tail is very important to the squirrel. Between the two squirrels, the fox squirrel is quite a bit larger than the gray squirrel, and so it may be when they're together, especially fighting over food, that the fox squirrel will be the aggressor. But they often have different habitat preferences. The gray squirrel likes any kind of woods and has also adapted very well to suburban and urban areas. The fox squirrel, on the other hand, prefers open woods. So oak and hickory savannas are its favorite habitat, and it can be seen often on the edge of those near fields as well. Around here we also have flying squirrels, which are not actually flying rodents. they have flaps of skin that help them to glide. These are far less common and not often seen because they're nocturnal and very shy. As far as red squirrels go, we don't have those in our area because they prefer evergreen trees, and we don't have very many large tracts of conifers. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to respect the plants and animals in your local conservation areas, and watch for us next time on McHenry County Conservation District's Wonders of the Wild.